What is up, guys? Level Up Sports Betting here, back with the 8th game show of the year. So far, Level Up Sports Cappers, they are 5-2, but we got Dan here looking to try to be the third guest on the show to win in this sports betting challenge. The sports betting challenge consists of 5 different bets. I gave Dan $25 to bet, $5 per bet, and he's going to try to outprofit one of our cappers in Matty Ice, who is 1-1 so far doing this show. So we're going to see if Dan is able to beat him. And if he's able to beat him, he will get a full Patreon subscription on April for $175 completely for free if he's able to beat Matt on this show. But first, let's talk about Matty Ice. Let's talk about his plays. Matt gave out his plays second after Dan gave out first. But let's talk about Matt's plays first. Looking at the Nuggets -7. Currently, the Nuggets, they're only up by 8. They were up by plenty early, but now Magic are starting to storm back a little bit. Getting a little bit nervous. What was your take on this game?
The Nuggets are a much better team. The Magic are trying to trade Aaron Gordon. Vucevic might be traded as well, even though asking price might be a little too high, but they're dealing with a bunch of stuff. Nuggets are still fighting for a top seed in the West. Just thought it was a bad spot for the Magic in general. I thought Jamal Murray would have himself a game. And the Nuggets are just a good all-around team. So if the Magic are undermanned and have maybe some locker room issues, I thought it was a good spot for only -7 for the Nuggets. I think they still win by more than 10. The Magic can creep up, make a little run, but basketball is a game of runs, so let them have this one. The Nuggets should coast at the end, I hope at least.
And there's still plenty of time in that game for the Nuggets to make their own run. But let's move on to the Lakers and Pelicans. You took under 221.5, and I'm assuming that's part because LeBron James is not playing along with Anthony Davis. So give me your take on this bet with the Lakers and Pelicans.
This is one of the first games that LeBron isn't playing. I thought they're gonna have some maybe chemistry issues, maybe some just I guess I don't know, just weird juju going out there. Lonzo Ball was also out for the Pelicans, so I thought there was gonna be just like maybe just a slow start. I mean, it wasn't as slow of a start as I wanted. There were some turnovers and some fouls in the beginning. I just thought it was gonna be a little more tightly contested game. I also think the Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart. I wish Lonzo Ball was playing because when they kind of all got traded for each other for the Anthony Davis. Pelicans end up getting Zion. I feel like Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, they like to play these games super tough against each other because they're all great friends. I thought that it was going to be Kuzma leading the charge today, as he's kind of like the next scorer per se on the team. But I thought that they were going to try and play their hearts out, and that would more or less be defensively than offensively. So that was kind of my take here. I still think the Pelicans are going to win, but I thought that they'd be more of a, I don't want to say playoff style game, but more tightly competed on both ends.
Fair. And then we go to the Knicks against the Wizards. You took over 224. So far, the Wizards are struggling to score just 39 points, and they're midway through the second quarter. But we know that they have a couple scorers on that roster. So give me your take on that with the over in the Knicks-Washington game.
I know the public loves to play Knicks unders. I thought that this was gonna be a good contrarian play, as the Wizards like to play a little fast pace here. I thought Julius Randle was gonna try and be on triple double watch with Russell Westbrook. I thought that they're gonna just try to compete with each other and try and this game isn't for the Knicks are fighting for the playoff spot and gonna be in the playoffs probably, but I thought that this would become more of a run and gun game. The over right now, the live over at least is 226, so we're still around the area, even if the Wizards are still struggling to score. But I'm hoping for not a blowout, as the spread was pretty close. Thought we had some overtime potential. Thought we had not a blowout in play. So I thought the over was a decent play, and I saw a lot of public money on the Knicks under as well. So that's why I went there.
Well, the Knicks are scoring a plenty, and if the Wizards can get going, we'll see if that one can hit. We can talk about the Zion over first. Let's stay in the NBA. So you have Zion over for the Pelicans, over 27.5. Currently, the Pelicans are up by 8 points, and Zion does have 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. So he's doing a little bit of everything today. What makes you think he's going to get 27 or 28 points in this game?
You know, I thought this game wasn't gonna go over, so this was like a weird play for me. But I kind of wanted to hedge that in a way with the Zion play. So I thought his usual line was over 27 and a half, and I saw plus money, and I was like, I'm gonna take the shot here because he usually can score in bunches. Even if he scores like 6 points in the first quarter, he can go on like a 10-point tear by himself. I thought if the Pelicans were gonna win, he was gonna be the one kind of bearing the load. You know, no LeBron, no AD. He was kind of get his spots. Kuzma's pretty too small to guard him. I know they have some other big boys down there, but I thought this shouldn't have been plus money. So and it was kind of like a mini hedge against my underplay. I could obviously hit both, but it was kind of a play to try and get 1 point there.
Yeah. And then we move over to the NHL, and that is more of your specialty. But of course, we're only doing the 7:30 games on the slate in the NBA and the NHL. So just one game to bet, which was the Flyers against the Devils. You took James Van Riemsdyk to score at plus 200. So far, the Devils are up 3-1. Van Riemsdyk, he does have one shot, and we'll get to that in just a bit. But he doesn't have a goal yet. We'll see what happens there. It looks like he just took a shot and missed it completely. So it goes down to shot missed. We'll get to that just shortly. But talk about why you like James Van Riemsdyk to score in the spot.
He's their team's leading goal scorer, has the most power play goals. Devils have a really bad penalty kill, so it was kind of a play between him, Farabee, and Giroux who I was deciding with, and I want to have a little fun with Dan on the show, so I kind of picked that one. But
Farabee did score, by the way.
I know, I saw that. It was one of the three-headed dragon that was going to happen. Riemsdyk is probably the favorite to score. He leads the team in power play goals and goals. So the Devils, again, Dan's very lucky. There's only one hockey game on the stage, but I thought it was a good play. I think it could still happen. I don't think the Devils are good at keeping teams to only scoring one goal. So we'll see what happens.
All right, and we'll go right to Dan here. We'll stick to the NHL. We just had Matt tell us that he doesn't think the Devils are going to stick to allowing one goal. Well, so far they're up 3-1, and you have the Devils at plus 142. If you check the live odds right now, you're not getting plus 142 for the Devils. We're up 2 goals. So give us your take on why you like the Devils here and how you saw this coming.
Well, a couple things. First, the Flyers are on a back-to-back, which, that's always something to look for. You might get some tired legs. They might commit some penalties. That results in, power plays for the Devils. The Devils are not a very good hockey team, but they're actually a decent road team. No, they're a good road team. They're 7-3-1-1 on the road. And so I looked at it and I was like, you know what, that's really juicy plus money for a game that might be a toss-up. So I said, you know what, hockey, anything can happen. There's a lot of parity in that league. Let me take the Devils at plus money and hope they get tired legs from the Flyers.
Yep. And then you took James Van Riemsdyk over 2.5 shots at plus 108. He has one shot, missed the shot, and we are a little bit over midway through the second period. So what would you take on that one? And are you still confident that he'll be able to get 2 more shots in this game, especially down by 2 goals where they're going to be aggressive?
I actually kind of he wasn't my first choice. I actually was looking at Palmieri from the Devils and he was over 2.5 shots as well. But he was, I think he was, I don't know, minus 110 or minus 120. And I started looking at his stats. Then I looked at Van Riemsdyk's stats, and the stats were almost identical. And Van Riemsdyk was plus 108. So it just, they're both first line players. They both play on the power play. They're both, high quality guys that get a lot of shots. Van Riemsdyk on the season, he's averaging 2.4 shots a game. But over the last, he's got 20 shots in his last 7 games. So I said, all right, well, he's on a little bit of an uptick. Again, thinking maybe he's going to get some power play chances, that hopefully he'll be able to hit that 3 number.
Yep. And if you look at Palmieri, he does have 2 shots, while Van Riemsdyk only has 1, but still plenty of time to go, and we will see how that works out. We'll go to the NBA now. You have the Knicks first half at -110. The Knicks 58-41. There are 3 minutes left in that game, so that is looking like a good call there. So talk about why you like the Knicks there, and I guess you can probably celebrate at this point on that one.
This might be my probably my strongest pick out of the 5. The Knicks first half, it's almost like an autoplay at this point. They are the best first half team against the spread in the NBA. They're 27-14-2. At home, they're 13-7 against the spread. So they're awesome in the first half. The times that I've had them when they've lost on the first half, it's usually been when the number's been pretty big. So the fact that it was only a point, I said, all right, you know what? It's a small number. They usually come out of the gates pretty strong. I like the Knicks in this spot.
Yeah, that was a great call there. The Knicks look fantastic. Again, already up 19 with 2:30 to go. Number one, the Pelicans. You have the Pelicans in the first half as well. They're up by 8 against the Lakers. There's still time. There's still 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. That game is on TNT. But right now, the Pelicans, again, they're up ahead of the Lakers, and the Lakers really struggling without LeBron James.
This was funny. So I was aware of the Knicks first half numbers, and as I was doing a little bit of homework, getting ready for the show, I actually saw that the Lakers are awful in the first half. So this is more of a fade of the Lakers than it was so much a play on the Pelicans. The Lakers are the third worst NBA team against the spread in the first half. They're 15-25-3 in the first half, and they're 3-6-1 in their last 10. And obviously LeBron is out, so I'm like, oh, that's a good spot to maybe go against the Lakers.
Yeah, and that is looking pretty good, but we'll keep an eye on that game. Then lastly, of course, you do have Julius Randle triple-double at plus 500. A big long shot. I look today. It just looks like Randle might not be passing the ball at all. He's got 21 points already, just 2 assists and 3 rebounds. But give us your take on why you liked Randle in this spot, and why you thought he might be able to get a triple-double.
Well, it's funny when I was looking at the different prop options. I almost went with his points, rebounds, assists, and the over was 43.5. And I liked that. I thought it was a safer play. I thought he would hit it. But then as I was looking at it, I saw this plus 500 on the triple-double. And he's hit a triple-double twice in his last 4 games. He had just last week, he had a game where he had 17 assists. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, So it certainly is a long shot. Obviously if he hits it, that's a home run. You can't hit home runs if you don't swing for the fences. So I like it. I'm not expecting to win it, but if that comes through, this is going to be a fun night.
For sure. That would make you a ton of money off of whatever you put on it. But it looks like the Knicks at 144 to go, so we're still waiting to celebrate that one for Dan, but that one looks like it's well on its way to winning at the Knicks -1 in the first half. The Pelicans they are up by now 12 with 6 minutes to go, so let's see if they can hold on there. We had Matt talk about the Devils and how bad their power play kill is. Well, they've killed a couple power plays against the Flyers, and that's basically what's keeping the Devils out in front against the Flyers and preventing them from scoring. So far, the Devils have 24 shots and the Flyers have 17. So, of course, the Devils are winning. And Dan looks like a genius with that bet with the plus 142. Looking forward, we got the Nuggets 80-69, up 11 going to the fourth quarter. So all the Nuggets need to do is win the fourth quarter, and then Matt will look good there. And we're just watching these games. Let's see what Zion has. It still is just 10 points. Looks like he was on the bench for most of the time that I was talking. He'll be back in pretty shortly. Already had 10 points. And it looks like Jackson Hayes has 10 points as well. So looks like the big boys are making some noise down low against the Lakers, who really their star player is now Montrezl Harrell. And he's not the best defender. So
First of
that's
all,
what we got. Yeah, you can
Jason,
talk.
these shows suck because I bet the Devils, but Dan picks them. But Dan picks them, so do I want him to win or to lose? I don't know. It almost makes it weird.
Yeah.
But
Well, you
yeah,
could
I
have
don't know.
you could have taken the Devils in regulation and really
I
screwed
wasn't
around with
doing that.
Dan there.
Listen, the Devils are my team, but they're known to not do what you want, and that's win first of all. But no, it was a good spot for the Devils, especially the way that they've been playing, especially on the road too. So Carter Hart's been absolutely terrible. But
And Derek just told us that the Predators just scored a goal, so it looks like the Predators are now up 1-0 here. Although the Panthers they are trailing 1-0, but again, there's plenty of time in that game for
I'm sure
the
the last time
Panthers
they
to come
played,
back.
the Panthers were down 3-1 and came back to win 4-3.
Yeah, that you bet that game, didn't you?
Yeah, we bet
I
the
remember
over
that one.
too.
That was a fun one. I remember that one.
That was wild. I think
See,
I was walking in.
I'm not a big hockey guy, but now that you guys are now that there's bets for level up, I pay attention.
There you go.
And yeah, that was a fun one.
Actually, no, it's so true because sometimes in our little group chat, the game almost be over, and Jason will be like, "Boom!" and I'm like, "What are you?"
I pay attention, of course. I pay attention all the time to all the bets that we have going, not just mine. Yeah, I pay attention big time. But yeah, it's and the thing is, it seems like the NHL they play a lot more games more towards like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So all my college basketball games are basically done by then. And like the NBA, most of Josh's picks are done. And then there's like the NHL, which is like the 10 o'clock games because like you take the Avalanche all the time, and they're always 10 o'clock games.
First of all, the Avalanche, the first period minus 0.5. Please, if you're listening, please take that bet because I've been waiting for it for 2 weeks. My alarm didn't go off for that play to go yesterday, but it's back live again today because the Coyotes are absolutely dreadful in the first period. So, and that game is too juiced to find some plus money. So there you go. Although me and Dan really need the Panthers to score a goal soon.
Yeah. And Palmieri already has his 3 shots.
Yeah, he's kind of been picking up. Him and like Sharon Govich randomly get the shots, but I can never find a Sharon Govich line. It's weird. The DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM all offer like different people. That's why like Zuccarello is only on DraftKings for some reason. Also,
the Devils just scored 4-1.
Oh,
with 20 seconds left in the period.
Wow, they actually scored with 6 seconds to go in the first period too.
Yeah. So Dan looking really good there. He's got the Knicks already in the bag. The Devils are now up 4-1. Van Riemsdyk still just has 1 shot, so we'll see what happens there. Of course, Randall, that long shot obviously doesn't look too good, but you never know. The guy can go off. Right now, the Nuggets are struggling a little bit. It's just a 5-point game now. The Nuggets had a huge lead. It was like 61-39 in the half, and now the Magic are storming back. But again, there's 10:35 to go in that game, so we'll see what happens there. You got the Pelicans, 50-36 now, 4 minutes to go. So the Pelicans are well on their way to covering, but knock on wood, I won't jinx it. But also with the Knicks scoring 69 points, that has to help Matt with his over 224 bet. As long as the Wizards can just do a little bit more, things are looking good there for the over. And then you also have the Lakers struggling offensively. So Matt also has the under there, 221.5. And if the Lakers continue to struggle offensively, the under might be a good play as well. So we'll see how these games play out. The hockey game, the Devils Flyers game, is now intermission. We'll be going to the third period just shortly in 15 minutes or so. The NBA games, we're still paying attention to them. The big one right now will be the Nuggets Magic game because the Knicks are at halftime and the Pelicans are almost at halftime with 3:40 to go there. It looks like Zion is back out there on the floor, though, for Matt and for Josh, who has that as an official play on Level Up. So if you want all of our official plays and you want it early and often, make sure to check out the Discord in the link below in the description box on YouTube, and you can join the community that we built and you get all the plays, all the analysis, and It's not just from guys like Matt and myself. It's guys like Dan gives out their picks and all their analysis, and he hits just as much as we do. He's a great follow in the Discord as well. So if you want his plays, they're all right there and organized. So definitely check out the Discord below in the description box below. There's that. One of my bets today, my only bet in college basketball today. A lot of people didn't know that college basketball was playing today, but there are 2 games. One game just finished up, but there's another game going on right now. It's Bellarmine versus Pepperdine, the INEs of college basketball. But it's the CBI semifinals. We had Stetson knock off Coastal in that first game, but Bellarmine's playing Pepperdine in the second game in the semifinals. And right now you can see below, or soon you'll be able to see below once the ticker continues to move. But I do have an official play on Bellarmine over 72.5 team total there. They already have 31 with 5 minutes to go. So I'm hoping they can at least get to 40 in this first half, and that would make me pretty happy there. Also, you can see on the bottom, other plays that we have later on today. Nets Blazers over 232. Lillard over 4.5 threes. 76ers Warriors under 219.5. The Avalanche over in the first period minus 0.5. And Tampa Bay in regulation at plus 100. So those are all plays that haven't started yet or started just when we started the show that you guys can tell and enjoy from the Level Up Cappers. If you want the analysis, again, check out the Discord below. All right, we're watching all these plays, talking a lot. It looks like Zion just hit a foul shot, so he's it looks like he missed the first one, made the second one, so he's got 11 points now there. But the Lakers are really struggling right now without LeBron, and that's a big deal. Yeah, and it's funny, like the guy doesn't win MVP. Like he hasn't won the MVP in a couple of years, and he's clearly the most valuable player. It's obvious right now, but whatever.
Dude, I saw one like in whatever year Steve Nash won it. He averaged like 18 and 10 and beat LeBron for MVP. I was like, what? Literally makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2008 or something.
That's good.
I was gonna actually do Zion Williamson over 3.5 assists today, but the line was like minus 150, and I was like, I'm not gonna beat Dan with a minus 150. So, but he just got 4 assists in the first half. I should have done Zion triple double. Jeez.
Yeah, no, he's got to teach Julius Randle some things. Randle's not passing the ball.
Yeah, today he just doesn't care.
Everyone take a page out of Dan's book. Get your sweat over in the first half. He's sitting pretty now for a while.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for all these games to come down to the wire.
Normally, I don't get that creative. I'm normally a full game. Give me the full game, spread. But again, I looked at the Knicks first half and I was fading the Lakers first half. So that's kind of how I ended up with those.
That's cool.
Hey, it paid off.
They worked big time.
I need a goal from the Panthers. But it's not
we
too
do.
Pretty.
Yeah, we do.
So what do we got with the Nuggets? The Nuggets are now up 9 with 8:32 to go. The Pelicans are up by, looks like 16 with 2 minutes to go. So you can basically put that one on the board for Dan. Pelicans minus 3.5, minus 105. That looks like it's going to be cashing for Dan. And he starts off the day 2-0 to start the day. I just said today, whatever. So yeah, he's got both those cashing. The Devils are already up 4-1. So he looks like he's on his way to at least a profitable day. And we'll see if Van Riemdijk or Randall can get going in the second half of the third period in the final minutes there. We'll see if either of them can do anything to get some big money there for Dan. On the other hand, you have Matt here. If you look at his bets, the Nuggets -7, it's going to come down to the wire right now, but it looks like the Nuggets, eventually could pull away because the Magic are just the Magic. But you got the Knicks scoring 70 to 69 points, but the over that has to help. But that will definitely be a sweat because every over under is a sweat late in the game. But also, you have the Pelicans Lakers under 221.5. The Lakers just have 40 points with a minute 42 left. So if the Lakers' point total continues to stay down, then Matt will be breathing pretty good there, especially if there's no fouling late in the game, which seems to always ruin unders in basketball. If the Pelicans can just get a blowout, you'll be all right. If the Lakers come back, you might be sweating a little bit there. The one thing that could be interesting, Van Riemsdyk only has one shot. If he takes one more shot and scores, Matt looks a lot better there. But who knows? We'll see what happens. And then also Zion over 27.5 points.
He's got
almost
13
halfway
right now.
there. We'll see what happens. But also, if the Lakers do struggle to score, Zion might be sitting in the fourth quarter. So that might not be so good after all. But we will see what happens there. We're just sweating these out. The Magic now only down by 5, 89-84. The Magic are having a much better second half than the first half, and now they are making Matt sweat when he originally said it was a lock. It might still be a lock. It might still be a lock.
It's a sweaty lock.
It's a sweaty lock. Really good.
Also, Zion has 15 right now. Went on a little spurt.
So now he's already halfway there, and obviously he still has the second half to go. But you're going to need the Lakers to come back, but then you're also not going to want the Lakers to come back because you have the under. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they come back and the Pelicans don't score at all, it's still okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird sweat for sure.
Yeah, the Pelicans don't score and the Lakers start scoring, but then you get some fouls and it screws the over so much or the under so much. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I'm gonna be a victim of something bad.
But right now, the sweat is on the Nuggets. They were up huge in the first half. The Magic came storming back. Can the Nuggets make one more push for Matt here? They're now up 7. So now they're up 7 with 6:40 to go. All they got to do is win the next 6:40. That's all they have to do. But can they do it? That's the question.
Yes, your guess is as good as mine.
I like it.
Boy.
I like it. All right, so now we can definitely cash the Pelicans. The Pelicans game, this is the first half it's now over. So Dan officially 2-0 on your bets, and you have the Devils up 4-1 against the Flyers there. So
it's looking like
that's
I'm
plus
gonna need.
money.
I'm gonna need
good
Zion
plus
or
money
need
there.
Riemsdyk.
Yeah, because now he's getting plus money on 140, plus 142. So you basically need a Riemsdyk goal here to offset that, or you're gonna have to win, or you're gonna have to win like 4 bets.
Hey, 4 of them. If the Nuggets win, 4 of them are on pace.
It's definitely possible.
That's all I gotta say.
Nuggets now up 8, so they'd be covering right now.
You're gonna go 5. You're gonna go 5-0. I'm gonna go 4-1. I'm gonna miss on Randall, and it's gonna come down to the odds, whatever odds we got. That'd be a heck of a day. That'd be a heck of a day.
That's the crazy thing though, because mostly on our show, we have mostly people that come on, they do poorly. It's just like the pressure gets them or something, but not to Dan. Dan, no, not the pressure doesn't get to Dan. Dan is
First of all, Dan's always go big or go home. I'm like, all right, guys, Zuccarello over 1.5 shots. He's like, did you say 2, 3, and 4? Okay, I'm gonna put it in. What are the odds on that?
So right now, the Lightning are down 1-0 against the Stars, but it's obviously still very early. The Blackhawks now up 2-0. So, but we said we'd rather the Panthers be down. We want them to be down 3-0. Then that's when the Panthers get going.
They're a comeback team. Yeah.
It doesn't bother us, right?
No. It doesn't bother me at all. 3-0 is what I'll throw in a half towel.
Well, what if it's 4-0?
We need a power play. So the live spread for the Nuggets game is 7 right now. Oh baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sweat.
Yeah,
but you get some fouls late in the game or whatever.
Although the Nuggets, the Magic are plus 1,000 right now. Is that worth a flyer?
There were a lot of points scored in that Pepperdine game in the last couple minutes. A lot of points.
Yeah, we
Really?
have Bellarmine already near 50. That's huge.
I was watching hockey and basketball. I jumped over to it. I'm like, it's 47 or 41 on my
Yeah.
feed. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of points.
And Bellarmine has the ball with the last shot. Bellarmine they've hit their last 5 of 5, and Pepperdine is 7 of their last 9. Yeah.
We officially have a sweat right now.
Oh, Bellarmine hit a 3. They have 50 points at the half. Oh my god, that was
That's
huge.
good.
Wow. Yeah, they're shooting 54% from 3. Oh my god. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
The Magic took a timeout, down 8 with 4.5 to go.
I hope they just start taking really bad shots just because they're trying to come back.
Who's even doing well? Let me check the.
What does Jamal Murray have? Does he have? Doesn't Josh have like a Murray?
Jamal Murray has 19. He has him over 22.5, I believe.
Okay, so Josh has over 22.5, and Porter over 2.5 threes. But I don't think Porter's taking any threes today.
He's taken 3 and he's made a goose egg. He's taken 3. He's probably not going to be taking many down the stretch.
You need over 2.5. That's going to be tough. But if we can get the Jamal Murray one, then we'll be all right going forward.
Yeah, Evan Fournier has 28 points, 5 for 11 from 3. That's why they're close in this game.
Yeah, look at the bench for the Magic. They've done nothing.
Dude, 45.5% from 3. I wonder what his season average is. He's taking 11 threes.
Yeah, he must be like getting hot right now.
He's 5 for 11 from 3, and the Nuggets are 6 for 27. We shall see.
Yeah, Vucevic is having a rough game.
Yeah, which was shocking to me. He's taking 22 shots.
What's up with Jimmy Butler? He only has 4 points in 11 minutes.
He's weird.
Yeah.
I swear he tries to get like 10, 10, 10. That's it. And some games he'll go for like 35 and nothing else.
Yeah, that's weird.
These long intermissions make me.
But he has 6 rebounds. Like he's worried about rebounding. He has no assists.
He's trying to get that triple-double
off the rebounds. Yeah, it's weird.
Assists are the hardest part because you have to rely on other people. Everything else you can get yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there's 4:30 left in this ball game. So the live spread is Nuggets 8.5. The live over under for the Wizards Knicks is 227, and the Lakers Pelicans is 214.5. We should have parlayed me and Dan's plays.
Yeah. Classic.
I love it in the Discord. Like if I have a good day, if I go 3-0 or 4-0, and I've just got them all as straight plays, and then other guys like I tailed you and I parlayed them all and I made a ton of money, and it's like, oh, well, good for you. You made more than me.
Yeah. When I do the SBR show, I get that all the time in the chat. Like I'll give out my plays and people will be like, "Oh, you helped me parlay, like all these 5 bets or whatever." Like from Donnie and I, and then they're showing like tickets of like they put like $200 on it to make like thousands, and here I'm sitting here like, huh? Like it's unbelievable, but it's cool though because that they'll come back for more, so that's what matters the most.
Yeah,
hopefully. Evan Fournier is my actual, I think, public enemy number 1 right now. He just had an and one, and he made the free throw. This guy's going off.
So that's a 7-point game, but Porter had that hit 2 before that. So
it would have been nice if Fournier missed.
What happened to him shooting threes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm hoping you get some fouls towards the end of the game, and then the Nuggets kind of get Jamal Murray to the line. They help Josh's bet, and then they help this bet.
True. You're right. You're right.
We want Murray to get to the line or something. Why is he not taking any shots? No, he has. He's taking 19, but I haven't seen him take a shot in quite some time.
My play-by-play is probably a little slow too.
Michael Carter Williams foul. 3:44 to go.
Yeah, that's
The Nuggets are strong. They're a good team.
They're just a well-rounded team.
Yeah.
Jokic makes the first one, up 8. Makes the first.
The Joker. Dan, how's your bracket doing?
I found a use for them. The other side of the paper is blank, so I'm just jotting whatever notes I need to do.
I like it.
Seriously, like Ohio State got knocked out, and I was like, well, I didn't have them going too deep. And then Illinois got knocked out, and I had like 3 brackets, and I'm like, oh, I got them in the finals in all of them. Well, so there we go.
That's the worst. I had them in my official bracket. I had Illinois as well, but I have one with Florida State because I was like, no one else is gonna have them in my bracket pool. So I was like, if they win, I win, and they're here right now. That's all that matters. But it's not looking too hot.
Yeah, 2 of my dark horses that I absolutely loved were San Diego State and UCal Santa Barbara, and they at least covered in the first round. San Diego State was dominated by Syracuse. Unbelievable! Like the zone, they couldn't get through the zone. I watched the game; they were just throwing shots up, haphazardly. It was ugly. I was like, Syracuse isn't this good, are they? And it was an ugly game.
When it comes playoff time, Syracuse just turns it on. It's the weirdest thing.
It just blows my mind how they're gonna play the zone all year. It's not like you're at tip off and like, oh my goodness, they're in the zone. Like they're in the zone, and they have the ball, and it looks like they're trying to read a different language when they're looking at the
seriously, like San Diego State looked like they had never seen it before. And it's like they had no idea what to do. And it's like that's Boeheim's defense. Like he's done that for 30 years, It's
every game.
Yeah.
I have Houston going all the way in my brackets, my main brackets. So they're playing Syracuse next. But I think Houston, against a Syracuse defense like that, you have to be able to shoot threes. You have to be able to rebound the ball offensively, of course, because it's harder to rebound, out of the zone on the defensive end. I think Houston can do both of them. I think that they'll shut them down. But Rutgers gave them a run for the money. Offensively, they did really well, and Houston did really poor offensively. And it took all of Houston and their injured players and whatever to get through and win that game. But I was happy with that. Right now, I have $50 on plus 2,000 for Houston. So
wow.
I'm hoping it's just like $1,000 a win if we can get that. I know Matt's a big futures guy, and he's hit some big parlays.
I actually put $20 on USC before they played Kansas.
Michael Porter hit a 3. Let's go.
That's huge. To win, because I knew if they won, their odds are just going to go down. And I was like, you know what? I think they're going to win this game. I didn't think they were going to blow it out.
I'm so happy I didn't give this as a play yesterday. I liked Kansas. I loved Kansas last night. He hit 2? Oh, he just hit 2 threes.
He just hit another one, yeah.
He just
hit one more.
Yeah, and now the Nuggets are up by 12. Oh my God! But now we need Murray to he shot a ball, he missed it. That's crazy.
Murray will probably
Jokic just got a triple double, guys. So
pick the wrong one, Dan.
Yeah, I picked the wrong triple double.
Right. His odds weren't plus 500. I can tell you that.
You were damn right on that one. Yeah, I'm trying to. Jason, if you had to pick a dark horse future, not saying Gonzaga, to win your bracket, and not Houston because you have Houston, which Houston probably has the easiest road now to the Final Four. But who would you put some money on?
I think you're right on with Florida State. With Florida State. They're in my Final Four. So I have Gonzaga, Florida State, and Houston in my Final Four. I also have Ohio State.
The only problem with Florida State is that Florida State has to play Gonzaga to go to the championship if they're both there.
Murray misses shot, offensive rebound. Put it back up, Murray.
Hey, if you want to
win here,
Matty, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, man.
I know.
That's true. Somebody's going to have to go through Gonzaga.
Yep.
Dude,
And
who was that Oklahoma kid? That Reeves kid? Was that
Austin
Keanu's
Reeves.
son? No, I'm kidding.
he's
He
so
was
good.
going off. That
He's
guy's a
so good.
baller. He can
They
do
were
it.
without Davion Harmon, so that kind of hurt them a little bit, to be
Dude,
honest. But
he was getting to the rack, taking contact, hitting some threes.
oh, he's their best player by far.
He was.
And Brady
He does
Manick
not look like it though. When he's
yeah, but then Brady Manick didn't perform well. That was the problem.
Yeah, it's true. Jeez, Porter Jr. has 8 points in the last 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon turnover, helping out. He's trying to get traded
to the Celtics.
Yeah.
It's Taki's coming to Boston.
Hey, Red Sox fan?
I am.
Love that. I'm a Mets fan. As long as you hate the Yankees, I'm cool with you.
We're Mets fans.
Well, it's funny. The Sox are not going to be good this year, but I thought I saw their futures win total was like 77. I'm like, they're going to win more than 77 games. They're not going to win 90.
They get the Orioles 20 times. They get the Orioles. 20 times,
I mean,
right?
they're not awful.
Yeah,
no, that's true.
They get Eduardo
they
Rodriguez
used to be
comes
so good.
back, so that helps.
Are you a fan
Eduardo
of
helps
LeBron?
get
Are you
him
a
back,
fan of
but-
LeBron buying the team? Not buying the team, but having a stake in the team.
I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, it's funny. I do not like LeBron, and I don't really have much logical reason not to like him. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, like he went to Miami because he wanted to win. I mean, that's what you want out of your athletes.
He couldn't do it in Cleveland either.
Yeah, he's like built schools in Ohio. He does all this charity work. He's not a bad guy, and I just don't like him. I don't know why.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Who are you?
He's not on the Celtics. That's why he's not on the Celtics.
Yeah, well,
he also burned the Celtics back then. That's probably That's probably the reason.
We were good, and we couldn't get past him. I mean, it was.
Well, not many people could, so
I'm
not gonna give the Celtics a bad rep for not doing that. Who's your favorite Celtic of all time?
Bird was so good. Like Bird, historically, people don't remember how good Bird was. Like Bird was so good.
He was like finessey. He was just different. That's what it was. I
mean, to hear some of the stories, like there was there's one game in like Celtics lore. I think it was against Portland, and it was towards the end of a long road trip, and he was bored. So he decided he was going to shoot only with his left hand that night.
So I remember that.
So it's like called the left-handed game. Like, who does that?
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously there was no social media or anything back in the day, but like Bird was the biggest trash talker of the bunch. I mean, it's that famous shot of him at the All-Star game, winning the 3-point contest. He throws the last ball up and he puts his number one finger up before the ball even goes through the hoop because he knew he won.
Yeah.
Cool. Bird would be my favorite.
That's a classic pick. I wish I got to watch him when I was like. If he was
it's funny,
in the social media era.
Wow. Yeah, growing up, my dad had season tickets to the Celtics. He split them with another guy, and so I went to see a whole bunch of those games. But then come playoff time, the two guys would go to the game, so I never got to see a playoff game.
Oh, yeah.
But the big three, they were so good.
They were nasty.
It was fun to see.
A big four almost. They were.
Yeah,
good.
I mean, Danny Ainge and Dennis Johnson were awesome, and that couple of years they brought in Bill Walton to come off the bench. I mean, those teams are really good.
Yeah. I mean, that's all basketball history is Lakers Celtics.
Yeah.
Really,
it's funny. I've got 3 nephews that they play basketball. They're all real good, and they're like, "Oh, Uncle Dan, did you get to see Larry Bird? You're so lucky you got to see Larry Bird play." And then like they followed up with, "Did you see Bill Russell play too?" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm not that old." Like, I did not see Bill Russell play.
That's funny.
Yeah, the young kids, no concept of time.
No, not at all. If you're old enough to see something, you're old enough to see everything.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It looks like Murray's going to fall 2 points short, and Porter's going to fall 1-3 short.
But who's not going to fall short? Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets.
I'm not going to say it because there's still some time left.
No, it's over. The game's over.
Okay, it's over. All right, I can say it. Thank God. All right.
Imagine they just go and steal whoever's like holding the ball.
I'm not gonna lie, my luckiest play. You know what? I can't even say that about Evan Fournier because my luckiest bet ever was I had Evan Fournier like over, I want to say like 5.5 rebounds, and he didn't get it. He had 5, and then some other team that they were playing chucked up a last second shot, and he caught it with like 0.7 seconds left, and they counted it as a rebound. So I got his rebound. I was
That's sick.
oh my goodness. So yeah, I if Evan Fournier ruined that play just now, he deserves to because I owe him one, I guess.
So right now the
Nuggets
Knicks are
are
up
final.
90. Right now the Knicks are up 90-61. So if the Knicks can score like 120, 130 points, Matt might be okay with the over, even with the Wizards struggling offensively because the Knicks are going crazy.
I mean the live over under is 240 right now. The Lakers Pelicans is
240?
creeping up.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be.
Lakers Pelicans are creeping
Well, the
up.
Lakers are starting to come back a little bit, so we'll see.
But that'll be good for the Zion play. See, it was a good hedge if Dan wasn't going undefeated. All right.
I just checked Julius Randle. He's 12 for 19, 35 points. He's having a great, but he's not passing the ball. He's got 2 assists.
Today he just said fuck it.
Share with your teammates.
Sharing is caring, especially when you're up 30.
Be the player that makes your teammates better.
He's a great player, man.
Yeah.
He's finally come into his own. He's always been good, but he's really great now. He's fantastic.
And he's the type of player that like New York should absolutely love. Like,
yeah, gritty,
hardworking guy, tough as nails.
Yeah, not a diva. He's a good guy. It sucks because I don't really have an NBA team anymore because I was a big New Jersey Nets fan. But when they went to Brooklyn, I was like, yeah, whatever. But it's just weird because I don't like the Knicks, but like I don't care. I'll root for the Knicks, but like I don't have like a diehard passion for the Knicks. But like I don't have a diehard passion for the Nets, especially when they just sign everyone that's old and wants to get a ring. I'm just tired of that. So
Van Dream has another shot, so he's got 2 shots now.
no, it's not looking good. He's got to score.
There's still 15 to go. Yeah, if he scores, you're better off. If he gets that the next shot, you get that plus 200.
Yeah.
So you'd still rather the goal.
Our buddy Jack Hughes has 2 shots.
If he gets 3, I'm actually gonna kill somebody.
His number moved up. Wasn't he used to be a 1.5? He's now 2.5 on my books.
He's still 2.5. He's still 2.5.
Yeah.
He was 2.5. Yeah. He's I don't even want to talk about it. I know you love Jack Hughes, but
he burnt me a couple times, but he did have he did have a pretty good hot streak. It was like 8 or 10 games where he was on fire.
It was all plus money. Yeah, I'm so mad the Zook train kind of ended too. That was,
We're just gonna find another one. It's Jack Hughes, then it's Zuccarello.
That was literally free money for like 10 games.
Yeah,
that was literally wild. I got nervous one game though because it was minus 200, and then like 5 minutes before game time went to minus 167. I was like, oh no, what's going on? Is this a trap? And then he hit it, and I was like, okay.
So today looks like it's Brandon Ingram day. He has 23 points in 21 minutes.
Yeah, Lonzo's out too, so he's probably gonna get a little boost.
Helps.
How's Zion doing? Is he
15 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 10 shots, 6 made. 18 minutes though. But now it's an 18-point game, so I mean, who knows?
Does he start the third quarter? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, he starts. He's still out there right now. He's playing with timeout Lakers, but yeah. A lot of the NBA games today are kind of like massive blowouts.
well, that's been one thing this year that there's been more blowouts in the NBA than there ever has been before, and it's killing player props. Like if you take an overs, your team's up by 20 points, and all of a sudden the guy that's scoring all the points sits for the whole fourth quarter, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had,
and that's why I was doing NBA before everyone, but then I just screw it. I'm gonna get Josh to do it instead.
there was somebody in the Discord posted last week. They were taking Jason Tatum at over 23 points, and that's a little bit lower number than he's usually getting. So I'm like, oh, I'm all over that. And he was cruising, and then the Celtics won by a blowout, so he didn't play the fourth quarter, and he ended up at 23. And the number was 23.5. And the guy's apologizing to me because he knew I tailed him. I'm like, man, it's not your fault.
No, killed it,
the Celtics, they didn't need him in the fourth quarter, So that's just a tough beat. It's circumstances.
Yeah.
Vegas has to pay their electric bill. They got a lot of lights in Vegas.
Very true.
That is
very true. Yep. So Pelicans, Lakers 70-52 right now. So that's 122 points so far. Not midway in the third quarter just yet. The Knicks, Wizards 94-65. The Knicks are going on a tear offensively. And I actually had $50 on the Knicks today at plus 120 odds through William Hill's promo. So I'll gladly take that $50. I'll gladly take it.
Take it to the bank.
But the thing is, I haven't used William Hill, that sportsbook, in quite some time because I only kind of used it for baseball. It was terrific for baseball, but for everything else, it was whatever. It was a whatever book. But
whatever book. What is your favorite legal book?
I really just kind of go to the book that has the best odds. But
is there one that has the best odds, or?
It really depends on the sport, depends on the day. It's just weird. Yeah, I don't. It's hard to. Every book is so different in everything, but they all have their qualities. Like PointsBet kicked me out for no reason. I still don't get it.
They kicked me out too.
Yeah, they kick people out quickly. So they're a brutal book.
Why, were you winning too much or what? They kick you out?
Look, I'm not a heavy gambler, right? I give out most 3 bets a day, so I don't do high volume. I'm not I'm sharp, but I don't I'm only 20. I'll be 26 very shortly next week. I don't have that much money to put on all these games. In terms
so
of
you
money,
didn't watch Bird play either.
Exactly. I never watched it. I've seen YouTube videos, right? But I don't have the money to freaking throw out so I don't know. Yeah, maybe I won a couple, but I don't know what it was. But I tried contacting the customer support and they made no sense whatsoever. So I just said screw it.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, no, I respect people that put a ton of money on games. I respect it. I don't have the money to do it. One day maybe I will, but I don't have the money to do that. Although, the funny thing is, I'm more confident in my sports betting than a lot of things, in terms of putting money on things. But then I always have that superstition where it's all right, once I put more money on a game, I'm gonna lose it. Do you ever feel that way? All right, I'm gonna add to my bankroll. I'm gonna start to put more money on games, and all of a sudden you just lose 4 straight.
Yeah, right at the point where you decide it's time to step up, and then you're like, that was a bad decision.
Exactly. That happened to me a couple times. But when I first started betting, I started doing just $10 bets. And then I kind of worked my way up to 20, 25, 30. Every time I made $500, I would increase my bets by $5. That was kind of my thing. Once I made $500, increase it by and everyone has their own ways of doing things, and that's completely fair. Whatever you're comfortable with. But for me, I would always, whenever I made $500, I would increase my bets by $5. That's what I did, and I don't even know if it was a smart thing or not. But that's kind of what I started when I was doing $10 bets, and then I just kind of worked my way up from there. And now I'm up to a high amount of $50. That's fine by me. $50 wagers. That's that works for me. But everyone starts at a spot. So I don't know if anybody's watching. Don't be afraid to start with $10 bets. You don't have to go $50 right away. Work your way up, and when you do your due diligence and you do your proper research, you're gonna win. Just keep sticking with it, and you'll get there. So, yeah, now I'm at $50. I'm close now. I'm at like I need $200 more till I get to my next wager. But yeah, I mean it's like a fun little game. Like, oh, can I get there? Now I can, and but then like if I end up losing a couple bets, I won't change. Like I'll still stay with the money that I was using. I guess that'll be the next question people would ask. But that's what I do.
Yeah, that's the new unit size that you've worked up to.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's not really proper. A lot of people will do like percentage wise for like percentage bets, and like people will say you should start being a little bit more aggressive, and then as you make more money, you go to like 1-2% bets, and like that's all fine. Like there's so many different ways you can do it, and they're all correct ways. You just the biggest thing is just make it just believe in yourself and do your research, or obviously follow the level up cappers, and you'll profit over time, and you'll make some money. But baseball for me, the KBO and the CPBL, that gave me so much money to start with last year. Yeah,
I love that.
I didn't even see that. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Is that your team?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I jumped on board.
I'm
The
on board.
NC
I need a team. I need a team. I need
What's
a
that?
team. I need
Yeah,
a team.
the
That's
NC
my
Dinos.
team.
Tell
They
them
were-
the Eagles. Tell them to be the Eagles fan.
Yeah. So last year, before knowing anything, everybody was looking for baseball. So all the stories, all the articles that were being written were like how to pick a team, and they would find a Major League Baseball comp. And I actually picked two teams to start. I picked the NC Dinos and the SK Wyverns. And the Wyverns, I picked them because a Wyvern is like this really, really cool dragon. Like they're like it was such a cool, and then they were an awful baseball team. So like a week and a half into the season, I'm like, I can't follow them. They're awful, and so I started following the Dinos, and they were winning, and they had a lot of talent, So and they ended up winning it. They won the title. So
yeah, they were so much fun. Once they got their bullpen out of their way and started to play better, oh my god, their offense was so good.
Yeah,
they were fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize that. I didn't see that. That's awesome. I love that.
I gotta get some gear.
Yeah, that's really cool.
This is exciting.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the bets going on. So still the Devils are up 4-1. Van Riemdijk has 2 shots still with 8:43 to go there. The Blackhawks up 3-0 now. So now the Panthers will start going.
It's on power play. This is the first power play of the night. If it's gonna start, it's gonna start.
You do have the Predators. They're up 2-0. The Lightning are down 1-0, but of course it's just one goal. Yeah, so that will be okay. In the NBA, the Knicks are up 176 still in the third quarter. So there's already 176 points still in the third quarter. So you have the over 224. We'll see what happens. They're going to put some shrubs in later on, and they might be chucking up some shots. But
Zion has 19, by the way.
And it's still a close game, 78-62. It's still a close game.
Yeah, he just got subbed out.
Zion has 19 points, actually. That's what you said?
Yeah, 19, yeah.
Okay, 19, yeah. So he has 19 points. He didn't take a field goal in the entire third quarter. He got to the line with time. Yeah, he got to the line.
So the Lakers Pelicans over under might be looking not good right now.
Yeah.
The Lakers decided to come back and play.
It's like a double-edged sword. You need it to be close enough that Zion stays in the game, but you don't want them to score too many points because you don't want the over.
The Knicks Wizards, it's that fourth quarter is gonna be a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Dan's idea better with the first half.
If Van Riemdijk can get one shot, Dan's going to be in really great shape.
Yeah.
Then I got to root for Julius Randle to pass the ball.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be on the bench in a bit. So
yeah, he's not. There's no shot. He's not even going to get the rebounds.
He had a heck of 37 points, so that's crazy. He's so good. 7 of 9 from 3, 13 of 22 from the field, 31 minutes, 37.
Panthers just scored. We got some life, boys.
we told you guys live on the show. We just needed a 3-0 game, and they would come back. I love it.
If it's Barkov, I should have made that an official play, but I don't know who it is yet. Not Barkov. Good thing I didn't make an official play. That's what we're talking about.
It was Strawman.
That Panthers power play is something else,
The
man.
Flyers just scored a goal. The Flyers just scored. It's now
Who was
4-2. With not Van Riemdijk.
Oh, Couturier. Oh no.
Was he the other 3-headed monster guy?
He was the guy. He's their I guess best odds or worst betting odds to score because he's their guy.
Fair.
Man. It's brutal. I did live bet the Flyers at plus 2,000 though, so we're gonna see. I put $1 on it. I was like, you know what? I've seen the Devils do some stranger things. Jack Hughes does have 3 shots though, so
Yep, he's trying to get back in our good graces.
yeah, he was like, you know what? He was like, I know Dan and Matt are both watching right now.
I'm gonna show out for the boys in the Discord.
At least I hope he would. Jason, should I get Devil season tickets or no? There's no playoff upside whatsoever, but
Yeah, I mean,
they're
Yeah, it's
decently
rough.
cheap. They're decently cheap.
yeah, I mean, it's because they're a bad team, but you can feel to watch the good team.
No, you're right.
They're
you're right.
victory challenged.
Yeah. Good
I
point.
like that. I like that. I'm gonna start saying that. The dinos are not victory challenged. Though. Is there an apparel store I can visit, or is that just like?
Well, that was the weirdest thing is when the KBO got hot, like everybody on all the Facebook pages and everything, like, where can I get gear? I bought some stuff off eBay and I just crossed my fingers it was actually going to arrive, you know? Like I might totally be getting ripped off by some people in Korea. I have no idea.
That's
You know?
Oh, my face got weird. I thought the Blackhawks were scoring, and I was about to cry.
No, it's just now the Panthers are going to go off and win 4-3.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
should we
somebody
live
has to
bet?
tell the Blackhawks they're not very good. You know,
They
remind them.
haven't been good, and then, they're like, and then I typed it in Discord. Like, you know
The
what?
Flyers
They
just
are
missed
good.
the Flyers just missed a goal. There was a deflection they could have got, and they didn't get it.
Was it Van Riemsdyk?
I don't think that line is in. But
Yeah, they're not on the ice.
That's going to be the nail in the coffin. I mean, Jason, run the numbers. Who wins if everything else hits besides Van Riemsdyk for both of us? His Devils might do it.
yeah, let's see.
I guess it might come down to Zion if the other two hit. The Predators are up 3-0, so that's looking good. I don't think the Panthers are going to cover that puck line, though.
Dude, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Dan was talking to bookies for like in 7 hours today.
Yeah, I my book's offshore, and it's challenging to put certain things together for parlays. Like it's just I was trying to put a hockey game money line with a hockey game regulation line, and it wasn't letting me. And I went in to help the chat box, and the girl in there is telling me, "Oh, you can do it," and it wasn't letting me.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if Van Riemsdyk, if he gets another shot, then Matt's gonna have to go 5-0.
What if he doesn't get another shot?
If he doesn't get another shot,
This is a close, good game. Usually they're close and it's like bad.
Yeah, it's like who's going to lose the most, Well, if he doesn't get another shot, then he's not going to get another goal. So those will both squash each other.
Yeah.
So because he needs he got to shoot to score. So if he's not going to shoot, he's not going to get that goal. So those will both be losers.
What happens if they're both losers?
okay, so if Dan loses Van Riemsdyk and the Randall, and Matt wins everything but Van Riemsdyk, Matt would win $13.62, and Dan would have $6.41. But now let's say you lose another bet. Which one's close? You said the Lakers game.
Say the Lakers go over.
Then you would be $4.07, and Dan would be $6.41. So Dan would win.
Come on, missed baskets.
Like Noonan, miss it, Noonan.
If Van Reems like hits Blackwood in the chest, though, it's probably over.
Well, and if he scores, so then I'll win my shots, but you'll win the goal,
Yeah,
and you
almost
got
like
you got better odds though.
Yeah,
No, but you got better odds, so
No,
that'll
yeah,
be a
but-
net. That's a net positive for you.
I'm saying for you, it's almost like you're hoping he just shoots it at his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hoping that nobody scores. That's hilarious. He's going to shoot and not score. All right, the Preds are up 3-0.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
These Panthers are passing the eye test right now. If they can sneak in another goal this period.
They got plenty of time.
Yeah, for the regulation bettors, though, it's going to be
Yeah.
Actually, they've done crazier things. Oh, so the Panthers didn't score on that power play, but they scored a little bit after? Is that what happened? I think so, because they're 0-1 on the power play.
All right, now the Pelicans are up by 24 without Zion out there. So let's see what happens there.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Lakers.
The under might hit, but you might miss the Zion play.
I guess
If the
that hedge
Lakers struggle.
really didn't work because Dan's really good.
Well, I got to tip my cap. So part of my wager on the Devils was because of Matt from about a week ago. I wanted to bet on him. And he's like, the Devils are a pretty good road team. They're pretty good on the road. And I was like, all right, throw that one in the mental memory bank and pull that out in a week from now.
I think they won that game, actually, against the Penguins.
Yeah. Because I was on the Penguins.
I hate the Devils. I really do. It's like, oh, they're supposed to win this
But you're
game.
gonna get their season tickets because
It's
why
like,
not?
it's like, oh, this is the game they're gonna win, and they lose like 6-0. Oh, there's no shot, and they'll just win like 3-2 in overtime. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like all my teams. The Giants are kind of the same way.
Let's not talk about the Giants. I'm a Patriots fan. We don't talk about the Giants.
Oh, Eli Manning's a sore subject. Oh, you're lucky my Eli Manning poster's stuck to the wall here. Hold on.
My son's name is Cooper, and they asked me what I named him after, and I say, well, my favorite Manning brother.
That's good.
It has to be. Are you happy for Brady? Or are you like?
Yeah, I mean it's so funny. Some people are upset that he left. Like the guy was a rock star for 20 plus years. He never got paid here. I mean, he's getting paid $16 million, and average quarterbacks are getting 22, 23 at the time. So yeah, I like go to Tampa. Have some fun. I never thought he'd win the Super Bowl. I thought he'd go down, he'd be good, and play a couple of years and retire.
Enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of futures bets, I had a futures bet on the Bucks.
Yeah.
I placed it when they signed Antonio Brown, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And he really didn't do anything. But that when Super Bowl Sunday rolled around, I'm like, well, I already got the ticket on Tampa. I can't really wager on Kansas City, so that saved me.
Yeah. Wow.
That's good.
So apparently with Antonio Brown, he had like a bonus on his contract, or if he had like over like 44 receptions or whatever, he'd get like $1 million bonus. And he had like 42 in the last game, and Brady just threw like 2 quick slants to him to get the bonus. I was like, what a guy. What a guy.
They really are close, and I don't understand why.
That's a good point.
When he was up in New England, I know somebody that used to work for the team, and Brown was living at Brady's house.
Yeah,
like they were really, really close. And I have I'm sure he's awesome to throw to because he's a super freak athlete. So Brady must have loved that. But But yeah, I don't know why, but they're really close.
Brady's also a great guy. Maybe he saw a guy who was like who needed some steering in the right direction or something. I don't know. You
Yeah.
never know. Antonio
Yeah.
Brown is he's a very talented wide receiver. And just like I feel like he kind of got thrown under the he wasn't like flashy, so he was never like in like the top conversations. But that man's good
Yeah.
to say the least.
When you look at it, you're like, all right, maybe maybe we underestimate Roethlisberger and Tomlin. Like they kept him kind of in control and productive for many years in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. Also, if this Lakers Pelicans under hits, I'm gonna start putting a lot more NBA plays in because I might go 3-0.
Yeah. We had empty night for the Flyers. There's 2 minutes left to go in that game.
Well, I guess
Pepperdine is going off in the second half. By the way,
Bellarmine is struggling to score big time, and I don't know what the hell happened. So now it's going to be a sweat when they score.
Still plenty of time, but
yeah.
I just
I
checked.
understand.
And I'm like, wow,
this is weird. They scored 50 points in first half out of 10 within 12 minutes. It's the dumbest thing.
Well, now it's a game, so they gotta play.
It was like Pepperdine's going to the line for 2 more, so now it's going to be 68-60. I mean, holy heck! I don't get it.
Yeah, this time it was 8 minutes.
Man, these free throws and threes at the end of this third quarter are really killing me.
Yeah. That's always happens on unders.
Yeah. You don't want points scored without the clock moving if you got the under.
Yep. 2 free throws, a 3, another 3. Oh. But I think the Lakers are at least coming back. I'd rather hit the Zion, I guess, but I don't think it's going to matter either way. And Ingram just scored again. There's been like 9 points in his last minute.
All right, Bellarmine's missing every freaking shot. Are you kidding me, man? How do they score 50 points in the first half and score nothing in the second? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's going to hit. I'm confident in that. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can go silent much longer. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Once they get one shot, they'll probably start getting going.
I actually got 73 on that number. I think what's everyone else at 72.5.
Yeah.
So
Still so ridiculous. They had 50 points in the first half.
yeah.
The Flyers just scored. Number 14.
Who is that?
There's 1 minute and 2 seconds to go now. It's a 4-3 game.
Courtier.
Again.
Yeah. Unassisted.
So now it's 4-3.
Ooh.
That $1 bet is live, baby.
Well, that could change everything.
There's that's happening.
No. If that gets knotted up, if that game gets knotted up,
missed a goal. Oh my god!
Did they miss like bad, or did it hit the keeper and it was?
No, I mean there was deflection and it was right there for them to hit in. But.
Hang on, Devils, hang on.
30 seconds to go.
That's the story of my life.
Have an empty net, obviously. Yeah. $20 seconds. broken stick just ruined the Flyers' chances. 10 seconds, and it's going to be over. 7, 6, 5, it's over. No, icing call.
Uh-oh. So you're
So
saying there's a chance.
It's time for Van Riemsdyk to get his last shot.
So you're
No,
saying,
but I think the icing's on the other side of the ice. Though.
Wait, did I miss a shot?
it can't be icing on empty net.
Van Riemsdyk got a shot. Van Riemsdyk got a shot. I missed it too. They were
brutal.
fighting.
Yeah, he got a shot in the last minute.
Yeah, a shot in the last minute.
Wow, that's the dagger.
Boom.
What a play. 4-1 for Dan with really only his long shot missing.
Yeah. And
Imagine
that
parlayed those.
You don't have any faith that Julius Randle's going to get 8 assists in the last 7 minutes?
I don't think he's gonna get 8 minutes. I don't think he's gonna get 7 minutes in the last.
No, he's not. It's gonna be hard to do that when he's not on the floor, right? So he got 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Yeah, let's see, and he's not on the floor. Is he on the floor?
Jason, I don't think I can come back.
Even if you can't.
Oh, Randle got a rebound. He's still playing.
I think it's over. You can get $13.62, but with that Devils plus money bet, Dan is going to make $16.81. So that is the betting show. We don't even need to stay here any longer because Dan just absolutely destroyed Matt.
Dominated.
But we don't know if it's destroyed because we'll see.
Yeah,
maybe Matt can get
some wins. It's good. Yeah, it'll be like 4-1 to 4-1, and I'll win because I have better odds.
It's always good to lose by more, in my opinion, because I'd rather not be right there.
And you're like, if I had just gotten better odds on a different book, you know.
Fair enough. So that is the show. Dan gets the W, the third win of the show. He'll get April Patreon completely for free when we start the baseball season. So congratulations, Dan. That was big time showing. I think that was probably the best scoring that we've had on the show so far in terms of profit. So that was killer. Really great job.
That was awesome.
Any last words you want to talk? Anyone want to say anything?
Congrats.
I'll
go first. No, winners go first. That's all.
I was just gonna. I was gonna give a plug to to the Discord and to to the cappers that are in there. Jason, obviously, Maddie, Josh, Kevin. You guys are awesome. You're great at what you do. I forget which episode it was, but it was recently, and you guys were talking about how hard this is. And this is something that when I knew I was coming on here, I started circling games. I had that Devils pick. I'm like, that's going to be plus money. I'm like, I'm going to want that pick because the Flyers are on a back-to-back. So I started looking at games 3-4 days ago. So it wasn't like I just opened up the the games this morning and started looking at them. And you guys are cranking that content out on a daily basis, which is absolutely awesome. So I know the guys are in the Discord that are making money off these plays, and they're really appreciative. So keep doing what you guys do. It's very appreciated by by myself and by the other guys that are in there.
Of course. Thank you. We appreciate it, man. It's always great to have you guys contributing as well. And that's why we do the show, to give back to you guys who have supported us throughout the year and who will continue to support us throughout the year as well. So we appreciate your support, and this is the way of giving back. And you just destroyed. So great job. And you'll have April
He's
Patreon.
also 100% a liar. He said this is hard. He goes 4-1 with his with his long shot winning. But shout out to everyone in the Discord. If you aren't in it, join it now. If you're in it, invite a friend or two, because it's a good time. It's a good community, whether or not you actually place the wages or not. It's a great community. Shout out to Dan for when I first came in. He was one of the first people that were tailing my plays in the beginning, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's a great guy. And he's tailing my plays, and he's giving good feedback as well. So even if it's not us giving the plays, everyone in the Discord has something to bring, whether it's an angle or a different spot that they see. So as good as what as we are, you guys ain't too shabby yourselves, and it's a good community. Everyone's winning, and just come be a part of it. But congrats to Dan, bested me. We'll see what happens with my plays to see if it was close or not. But at least I get to log off, chug a beer, and then watch the rest of the game, and hope for a Panthers comeback, I guess, for my official play. But thanks for tuning in, guys, to whoever came in.
We appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week with another one of our shows. And Matt, you have some Empty Netter shows going on?
Yeah, tomorrow we actually are going to be live again. It's been a weird time because my co-host works at a weird time and I work at a weird time too. I want to do it in the morning though because I feel like all the other shows are at night, and I want something in the mornings where you can have your coffee, check out the slate, and check out what's going on. We have some good insight. We usually do a lot of plus money plays, just like Dan's Devils pick today. We do a lot of to scores and things like that. So it's a good time, good way to get some early stuff on. We're going to be live again tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, 10 a.m. But stay tuned. So it should be a good time.
And there you go. So definitely check out the Empty Netter show these next 3 days. And we'll be back with this show, this sports betting show, next week as well. And you can just stay tuned for that as well. So anyway, thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Congrats to Dan. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Sounds good.